Hey guys, it's James. I got another gold medal walkthrough. This is mission 7 titled Kill Zone from Defense Grid The Awakening. It's the Resurgence sub-campaign. We can go in here. It's actually not as difficult as it looks. I was able after a couple tries to get this one. And we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully I can get it in one try here. The key, as usual, is a long path, but in this one, it's really about getting the path in the right spot and upgrading as much as you can so that you don't have to play catch up at the end. What we get is all the enemies coming in basically here, but they also go out the same way. So any cores that come around on this right side end up coming back and getting picked up before any damage is done. So we have to be careful about timing there. Now I like to get the first turn in. I'll wait until I can't kill anybody here. Or can't kill all of them. And see, now they're going to go grab the cores, so I'm going to toss down a couple of other towers here. Get these guys down. And then I'm going to upgrade stuff. And yeah, probably shouldn't upgrade while you have enemies on their way in, or while you could be doing damage. But in this particular instance, I've found that tends to work out okay. Okay, I've got my first round down here. I'm going to start putting down some other towers just to fill it out a little bit. And with this one, what you want to do, one thing you want to do is try to get a temporal tower down kind of early. You're going to have a lot of enemies in this area, so we'll keep the damage coming out and slow them down at the same time. Okay, we're set pretty good there. I'm going to get some final upgrades on some guns here. Get that temporal going. And I keep a pretty good mix, but until I see that they are not getting by, I try not to upgrade a whole lot. Or see that they are getting by, then I start thinking about upgrades. By the time you get to round 10, you should be working on a complete path. And some of these tower choices are a matter of taste, but I like to put the Inferno at the end here where they spend the most time in the fire, and then here around this corner I try to keep one there as well. I do want to get a command down. It's a cheap upgrade and it's a damage bonus and you get more resources, so it's definitely worth it. And we've got a second line here, so let's get some meteors going. At this point it's more about keeping the upgrades coming and keeping the damage going out. These are all the towers I'm going to need at this point to finish this mission. And I haven't min-maxed the whole thing. I'm not 100% sure, what the maximum score is I can get on it, but I do know I can beat the level. One thing I like to do here is upgrade this first row before anything else, because they do damage before they even get into my track that I'm building here. And at this point, hardly anybody even gets through. Which is the goal, obviously. Okay, so I'm well into the level. I've got my full red row in the front here that I've just put my last upgrades on. Now I'm going to start looking at my cannons and my meteors because they're the big damage dealers. And there's no huge rush. As you can see, most of the enemies are dying. I like to, at this point, upgrade as they're coming in. I'm not sure what other people are doing. But you can maximize. We don't need the extra damage. We can maximize time for interest to build. But I'm not saving up a whole lot. That'll come later on after I've got some more damage coming out. And there is a gap once you get them killed early. There is a gap between rounds. I've got pretty good amount of damage coming in before they even get to my long line there. Yeah, that guy didn't even make it around the bend. It turns into a pretty simple level, actually, once you get the hang of it. Okay, I'm going to get the final one. Okay, this is the last wave. Should be pretty simple. I've got all my towers down. They're all red, so they're maximum upgrades. And there's nothing too serious about this one. It's an easy gold medal to get. Took me a few tries on the first round through the campaigns, but this one is fairly simple once you get the hang of it and once you see the trick. It shouldn't be any problem. Now it's just a matter of getting the maximum score possible and seeing how we can do on the leaderboards.